Okay, this is the March 31st, 2021 annual meeting of the Troy Community Land Bank. It is 6:12 p.m. and we'll have the chair call the roll, please.
Hi, good evening. This is Heather King. I am present. Suzanne Spellin.
Present.
Brian Barker.
Here.
Jeanette Nicholson.
Here.
Christina Maribel. Patricia Riley.
Here.
Andrew Cooper.
Here.
John Cubitt.
Here.
John Carmelo.
Here.
Albert Watson.
He's here, he's on mute.
Okay. I was like, I thought I saw him.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here.
There you go. So I'd like to declare that we do have a quorum. The first item on the agenda, we're going to table that until our auditor calls into the meeting. Because we need to listen to his presentation before we put on the table the approval of the audited financials. But we can move to the next resolution, which is the appointment of an officer, the treasurer position, to Mr. Albert Watson. So thank you, Albert, for considering. So do I have a motion to put the resolution on?
Surprised.
I'll make a motion. It's Jeanette.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Oops.
Oh.
Everybody
ahead.
said that, Albert.
Nobody else wants to do it, huh?
Suzanne had the louder voice.
Yes, Suzanne was louder. So do we have any comments or questions, any conversation on the resolution?
I would just ask Albert if he feels that he is clear on the expectations of the position.
Yeah, I had a meeting with Sharon and yesterday and with Tony, and we had a good meeting. So yeah, she pretty much spelled it out for me what's expected. So
I'd just
Okay,
like to
eyes
say thank
open
you.
then.
So you're still here.
You expecting me to sign off?
No. All right, so do we have a motion to approve?
I'll
I'll
make a
motion.
Well, we had a motion and a second.
Okay. So I'm going to go down the voting. Heather King, I vote aye. Suzanne Spellin,
Aye.
Brian Barker,
Aye.
Jeanette Nicholson,
Aye.
Christina Maribel is absent. Patricia Riley,
Aye.
Andrew Cooper,
Aye.
John Cubitt,
Aye.
John Carmelo.
Aye.
So that's all in favor. All right.
Congratulations, Albert.
Albert.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thanks.
taking.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Albert, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Albert abstained, right?
So considering that Alan is not yet called in, I'm going to move over to the annual presentation of the annual report. Tony did email something that he generated out to everybody with some highlights and key points. Have an opportunity to go over that. He can go over some of the highlights. We certainly have some time if you want to just give some key. It's really pretty, Tony. Did you take that out the window?
I did.
Ah.
Can you see that okay? Let me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, window here.
Yeah, I thought maybe a different cover from now on with each report would help distinguish it. So going to our mission statement hasn't changed. Our goals haven't changed. I think they're identical to what they were in 2014. What I did do was I updated all the census data from the latest update was the 2019 American Communities Survey. And what I'm going to do is pulled down all the recent ACS 2019 data and put it in a table that will have census tract 404, all the rest of the city's census tracts, the totals for the city, the totals for the county, and the totals for the United States, and probably show the differential between each from 404. But that's not going to happen today, but I just wanted to mention it. On our board of directors, we had one resignation, Sharon Nichols, and we had 3 appointments, Christina Maribel, Pat Riley,
No.
and Albert. One thing I noticed is that we were having some difficulty achieving quorums at the beginning of the year. But funny, when COVID hit, we went to Zoom, we started to have less and less problems having a quorum. And with 3 new members, we've really, most of our meetings have been fully packed with members. So that's been great. On committee membership, nothing has changed except Sharon's resignation in October as chair of the Finance Committee. And if you scroll down, you'll see 2 photos of some Youth Build members at work at 54 Fifth Avenue.
We're currently on page 5.
How?
How?
Yeah, alls I have is the first 2020 annual report in front of
I
me.
don't know who's
They're working
controlling.
off- They're working off the narrative. It's a different attachment.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
the
Kate, are you the one that has the annual report up on the screen?
Yes,
All right, could you pop down to page 5?
that is page 5.
I don't have
Oh.
page 5, Kate.
I'm still seeing the cover.
Yeah.
Same here.
All right, hold on one moment.
Alan just texted me. He said
There
he's
we are.
sorry. He's,
Yeah, he's on, but we need to finish this report and we'll have to circle
Okay.
back around.
okay.
So I'll just go through this quickly. For 2020 accomplishments, we actually had no property acquisitions this year, mainly because the city did not put out a property disposition list because of COVID. One is expected to be issued in April. For demolitions, we have programmed one. We originally programmed one building for demolition, 7 Park Avenue. That will be demolished within a couple of months. We have a couple of minor things to do to get that ready. We did have an unexpected demolition at 3240 6th Avenue, which of course is the building, one of 4 buildings that was last April. We had, in 2020, we had, oh boy, well, we had 791, our new construction project was still going on. 11 Winnie and 54 Fifth Avenue were 2 turnkey renovations that started in 2020 and are still in progress. 3325 6th Avenue stabilization project over by the sanctuary for independent media. That was completed this year, and of course, the property was sold. 3329 6th Avenue is a stabilization project that was started in 2020, and it is still underway. Staffing has not changed, although it would be notable to mention that SEAT really has provided a lot of support that wasn't there in 2019. So for one thing, they were instrumental in helping us with that 2019 list from the city to evaluate which buildings we should take and what we were getting ourselves into. Even with that, we ran into surprises. As far as sales, we only had 4 sales this year as compared to 2019. When I say this year, in 2020, we had 4 sales as compared to 2019. We sold 24 McClelland Avenue, 3325 6th Avenue, which I just mentioned, 3036 7th Avenue to Derek Jeter, and he also, when he purchased that, purchased 3032 7th Avenue, which is a vacant lot. So now I'm on page 2020, the property inventory.
Page 6.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, PDF page 6. And I'm not going to go through this. The only thing I'll mention is we have quite a bit of property that's land banked for future redevelopment. Most of it on River Street, but also some of it on Park Avenue.
Can you see the presentation? I just want to make sure I'm on the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
got it.
Yes, thank you, Kate.
Okay, moving on to PDF page 7. So what you see in the picture is a shot of 791 River Street, back when people were working on the project. Sorry. Performance objectives, again, for staffing, no changes planned, but continuation of using SEAT, or I should say partnering with SEAT, as we did in 2020. Property acquisitions, we hope to acquire 809, 814, 820, 834, and 3215 6th Avenue using funding from Enterprise Community Round 4.2. And that property is, it correlates to the Troy Housing de-densification of Fallon Apartments that Beacon Communities is coordinating for them. No, at this time, no other property acquisitions are envisioned, but that's again because the city hasn't released its property disposition list yet. But also, again, it will come soon. Demolitions, the only demolition that will happen this year, as far as we know right now, is 7 Park Avenue, which I mentioned earlier. And I just put a note in there for history's sake that we had to struggle with coronavirus this year, which of course the rest of the world did. And the land bank had to change like everyone else. And here we are on Zoom as a result of it. That the pause did affect some of our projects. We lost some time. And just overall with COVID, with materials and, you know, the slowness of getting supplies, that also impacted just about everything in the world. So our partnerships are the same as they were last year. City Troy, of course, is our most important partner because that's where we get most of our property from. And I think we're lucky to have the mayor as an original board member, the deputy mayor as the original director,
Yeah.
and Steve Streichman, who started the Schenectady Land Bank. So those are three very strong land bank proponents in City Hall. I'll reiterate again, we'll continue to see as a partner for both administrative and other programmatic support, but also for continuation of the co-development project at 54 Fifth Avenue, and perhaps another co-development project that I won't mention publicly right now because it's not a done deal. And the Urban Studio Design Build partnership. This is really exciting, and this is really all due to Brian's good original efforts to get this thing moving off the ground. So this is RPI School of Architecture, actually having 2 classes. One class will be retrofitting existing buildings that the land bank owns. Another will be infill development, probably on Park Avenue for new construction. And the way the partnership works is the School of Architecture will come up with concepts. TAP will be the architect of record. We will provide the properties, and Habitat will build the projects, build or renovate the projects. So that also was impacted by COVID-19, but hopefully that will start to move forward. I think, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think where we're at right now is trying to develop an agreement among all 4 parties.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close to finalizing the memorandum of understanding, and they're currently designing for the Park Avenue properties.
Yeah, that's right. That was interesting.
Tony, I just wanted to tell you that we're at 6:25.
Yeah,
And
I'm done.
it's okay to spill over, but it's really important to hear what Alan has to say. And
Okay.
as other people join, I'm just going to let them in, and then we'll officially adjourn this meeting after Alan's done, and then go into the other. All right?
You have to make this way of saying shut up.
No.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Alan, did you want me to try to put the audited financials up on the screen here, or?
Can you scroll down? I thought I saw it. Didn't I see a piece of it in Tony's report? Yeah, I think if we just look at this, what else do you have up there, Catherine? Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. So we'll look at the numbers. I'll talk about the words. It'll be easier, I think, if you just do your thing and I'll talk.
Okay.
I apologize. I had 6:30 on my calendar, so I'm sorry for being late. Just to introduce myself to everybody, my name is Alan Walther. I'm a partner with the Bonadillo Group. We are the land bank's auditors, and we have completed the audit for the year ended December 31st, 2020. As Tony said, COVID obviously affected the audit. We performed the audit 100% remotely. So, thank you to Tony for providing all the information electronically, and thank you as well to your outside bookkeeping CPA firm, Bowers, who also assisted greatly. So we completed our audit. We issued an unmodified opinion on the land bank's financial statements. That's not shown here, but that opinion, I will read to you, paraphrase. In our opinion, the financial statements present fairly the financial position of the Troy Community Land Bank Corporation as of December 31st, 2020. That is what we as auditors call an unmodified opinion, and that is the highest level of assurance we can give on your financial statements. Catherine has up on the screen your statement of net position as of December 31st, 2020. What this represents is just a snapshot of the land bank's financial position as of the end of the year. So the highlights here: total current assets were $1.1 million, of which $4,900 was cash, $535,000 was grants receivable, $568,000 was property held for sale. Your liabilities, your total $759,000. The largest liability is unearned grant revenue, which is really just an offset of your grants.
Wow.
If someone is on outside walking, please put it on mute, because the wind is blowing and we can't hear Alan. Thank you.
Right. Now we can't hear Alan.
I was quieting down. So the unearned grant revenue is pretty much an offset of your grants receivable. You did receive a Paycheck Protection Program loan of $17,000. The expectation is that in 2021, you will get that forgiven. When that loan is forgiven, it will be recognized as revenue. You also, during 2020, obtained a $90,000 construction loan to help rehab one of the properties. You can scroll. Go ahead. I'm done. Unless there's any questions on that. So your operating, your statement of revenue expenses changes in net position. Total operating revenue, $495,000. $101,000 was sales of property. $393,000 was grant revenue. Your operating expenses were $713,000. The largest expense being cost of property sold, $205,000. There was a valuation adjustment of the properties to bring them down to market value of $122,000. Property maintenance, salaries and benefits, professional fees, includes the money that you pay over to seats. So the land bank had an operating loss for the year of $217,000. And then the next, do you have the cash flow statement, Catherine, or no? Or just the, okay. Cash flow statement is not shown. That's one of the required financial statements. Again, if you had it in front of you, that just shows, that would show that you used $366,000 of cash in your operations to pay your vendors and employees. You received $107,000 cash from financing. That was the $90,000 construction loan and the $17,000 PPP loan. So your net change in cash for the year is the 366 negative plus the 107,000 positive. You used $259,000 of cash, added to the beginning of year cash of 264, brings you to your end of the year cash of 4,900. The only other comment I have on your financial statements is we also, because you are a unit of local government, we issue an auditor's report on compliance and internal control in accordance with government auditing standards. And those reports show no internal control findings and no compliance findings. So overall, favorable audit for the year, unmodified opinion on your financial statements, no internal control findings, and no compliance findings. So that is the extent of my comments, unless there are any questions.
No?
So, is there any questions?
No,
All right, can I make a motion to put the resolution on the table for the approval of the 2020 audited financials?
I second.
Okay. I'm gonna go down. Heather King, I vote yes. Suzanne Spellin, she seconded the
Yes.
motion. Okay, Brian Barker, Brian,
Yes.
Jeanette Nicholson,
Yes.
Christina Maribel is absent. Patricia Riley,
Yes.
Andrew Cooper,
Yes.
John Cubitt,
Yes.
John Carmelo,
Yes.
Albert Watson.
Yes.
Thank you. So all in favor? Alan, thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Stay well.
So I'm going to now make a motion to adjourn the 2021 annual meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Suzanne, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Adjourned at 2:30.
Okay, so this is the March 31st, 2020